Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my very, very late part 2 review of Muted Season 2. This episode is going to be covering episodes 59 through 69, which I pretty much categorized as a individual arc in the story. And without further ado, same thing as last time, Miranda did give me permission to do these videos, and so yeah, please don't sue me, Webtoon. And if you want to read Muted by yourself, links will of course be in the description. So, episode 59 really starts out with Aveline in full-blown fuck the Severance mode. You know, she's complete rebellious, just talking down to another Severin after we see her still looking ragged after the events that happened in, I believe it was Jackson Square, but basically tries to tell one of the other little Severin hopefuls who comes to escort her to Athalie that, you know, don't listen to your parents. It's not worth it being in the matriarchy. And I think that was a very interesting, quick turn. Because we saw Aveline at the end of season 1 looking, scared to and wanting to take the hand, but then pulling it back. And now it's just full-blown, screw you mom mode. And we see that even more in starting with, late episode 59 and all the way through, episodes 60 and 61. Is just Athalie being such a monster to the point of saying that she never wanted children. She never wanted Aveline. She was hoping that Camille was a Leroy because, anything to take down the sister, even though, sister's already dead. And the artwork that even Miranda threw in there for just even that whole argument and everything, it's an atmosphere setter, and I think that they did a wonderful job on it. And then that whole argument, and I will say in there is a I can't believe Athalie of all people has the Key and Peele reference with the insubordinate and churlish, but Athalie really doubles down on it was my duty, this is the Severin tradition, that's what we have to do, we have to have the kids and just pass on, everything like that. And Athalie just makes Aveline just break down in tears, and eventually has Aveline get locked up by Sylvia's twin, and we get that final shot of episode 60 of her calling for Rom as a favor. And at that point, when I was reading that, I was very excited because Rom, honestly, it was he was cool. He's hot. I won't lie. Rom is sexy. Okay, don't come at me in the comments. But we get the whole bit of Athalie trying to justify and get with Sophia about, well, not even really justify, just explaining that, Camille shouldn't exist, so, I'm gonna go mute her because, I had to take care of her mess, and, half-breed witches aren't supposed to exist. So, the whole, transportation to the liqueur meeting and flashbacks, it's that entire sequence, it paints more of a picture, and I absolutely love it. I do love the travel by mirror idea. That was a pretty cool. And then, once we get back in the swamp, we see more of that diverse watercolor effects that I really like. And the whole meeting with the other matriarchs was probably one of my favorite parts of the entire season. But before we get on that, Rom ends up arriving in New Orleans and accidentally mistakes it for New York because he's a dum-dum, and he's using magic in plain sight, which of course was hilarious. But he hypnotizes that young Severin from the first episode of season, well, not the first episode, episode 59. It's 10:41 at night. I'm recording these. I got 2 more of these to do afterwards. But as Rom's going in to try and see Aveline, we get the meeting with the matriarchs. And like I said, this is one of my favorite entire bits of the season. Even the series as a whole. Like, this was like justice coming for them. Because you have Athlete going off half-cocked, think that she is, she's gonna easily win, everything's gonna go her way, and then, with Matriarch Liqueur, it just brings it all down. Like, even that first few lines from Matriarch Liqueur, to give you time to practice your story, I think that was honestly so freaking great. And the fact that it's more holding Athlete to blame than Camille, which is absolutely great. Even though, well, spoilers, I guess we all know who is to blame if you have read Muted, but it was just that whole bit. And I will say the Matriarchs are kind of hot. I'll say that too. I mean, we all know Grandma Leroy got some action. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a series. But it's just the greatest thing is, just the complete shutdown of Athlete at the hands of Matriarch Liqueur. Even the backup of the other families on that decision to, we're just going to allow Camille to live, which is great. And I do love the kind of like the glassy effects that they have for like the silhouettes of Camille and Nira when they're explaining about the witches, the bloods and the certain types of magic. I really like that kind of fractured kind of glass, kind of weird. I don't know how to exactly exclaim it. Well, describe it, but it's absolutely great. And you go more into the more watercolor bits, which I think is one of Miranda's trademarks and one of the more recognizable bits for the style. And then we even get tortured with, hey, if Camille gets muted, hey, look, here's Tobin gonna die, which was all in all, interesting, but it's just the complete shutdown of Athlete. I was like, I just love that. And they actually say, yes, Diana is dead. They've put her spirit to rest. Lily Matriarch doesn't hold anger at Camille or anything like that. And Athlete going off half-cocked, going like, what the fuck? Why isn't this going my way? But, and the whole mask is slipping. It's like that. It's so sweet, and I'm really hoping like season 3, like Athlete dies. Oh, YouTube's probably gonna flag that and go like, hey, you can't say that stuff. But even like Matriarch Aloy isn't completely stupid and has suspicions about Athlete being involved in the demon that killed Abrielle. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, because that's like the one name in the unit I keep messing up. That Nira is familiar. Or is it Naira? Nira. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's late. But, immediately no, I don't have any idea why. But of course, Matriarch Leroy does get in a little teensy bit of trouble because you knew, but it's like it doesn't seem like anyone's like super mad except for maybe we'll have to keep you on a tighter leash. But with how pissed off Athlete is, it made the ending very satisfying with Camille. Well, not Camille. Aveline's practical entrance into Smash Bros. With the vase over the head, which, of course, I'm putting that as the thumbnail because I absolutely love that. I love that strike, that hit. I think it was a great thing. And then we get the slight flashback to Rom when he's coming in during that meeting, hypnotizing somebody. Well, that poor girl who's even confused on, wait, why did she let somebody in get locked out? Sophia even gets freaking put in her place. And pretty much gets knocked out without even lifting a finger. And, it's just great to see Aveline have any sort of a friend that, she can still rely on. But, we get, she really does take her anger out on Rom at first, and it is sad to see. And I think Aveline is one of the more tragic characters, I think, on all of Webtoon, is because the mistreatment, same with Camille, but Aveline didn't really get a chance to escape. There's the hair dyeing, and that was about it. And Rom ends up revealing he's a demon of truth, which at the beginning of this arc was something that she wanted from her mother. Was Aveline wanted the truth, and so Rom, being a demon of truth, he lays it all to bear, and well, he wants to, at least. But Aveline pretty much just has him take Bo and get the heck out of Dodge. But it's a whole bit where Aveline's just feeling down on herself. Both Aveline and Camille are really victims. But, Rom doesn't really count this fully as a wish. But, he really just wanted something shiny. I like that, typical bird demon kind of thing. And I know I'm kind of pausing a little bit here because I'm also going over the episodes real quick just so I can fully remember the full timeline of events. We do get the name drop with Tria, which is great. And, I'm wondering if Miranda will eventually do a Tria series like Siren back in the day. But, there's a little bit of Severin world kind of building, or lore kind of. I really need to script these for season 3. But, we get he's going to give her the truth, and then we get the flash forward to Athlete being tied up and in a chair bleeding, which, once again, that's very fucking satisfying. We get the whole discussion about the truth about the fire. Aveline being sus of Athlete with the ballet, and then, oh, guess what? People are dead, and Mom doesn't look really surprised, more a little bit disappointed that Camille's alive. But, of course, even after more truth is revealed and anger, and it is great, like, even the speech bubbles, I love how it's all erratic, and it really fits the mood of the scenes here, especially in this one. But, Athlete really tries to play the guilt trip, like, you'll trust a demon over me, and it's like, yeah. And, oh boy. We get the flashback with the deal being made with Strix, and I even love that balance between the bright kind of neon pink and the darker midnight blue, and the shades in between. I was like, that's a really good effect. I was like, that colors I don't think are very used often enough in like just other series that I see, and it's great. And we get to see how the deal was made.
the sacrificing the twin, even Strix agreeing that Athalie is kind of a monster here. I'm recording this all in one take, so my voice is getting a little shot here. We even get a small flashback with Athalie's birth, and then, the announcement, oh, hey, the other one's dead. And Camille's mom, trying to reassure, and, Athalie just wants to, get mad and say, oh, hey, it's your fault when your mom died. You're ruining the family, kind of bit. But, and then, the last episode of the arc, episode 69, is just Aveline just being very horrified and, calling Athalie a heartless monster, and Athalie just smirks. It's scary. It's very scary. Sacrificed a kid to kill the sister and nieces, But, it's just, and then just the eventual horror of realizing, oh, wait, Athalie's familiar is still out, and then taking out Aveline. It was just, it's a horrifying part, because, we didn't see what happened for a long time, and, the end of 69 is, it goes back to a very, very pretty, few panel sequence of Dendro and Camille, especially, and Tobin. I think out of that little sequence there, I really like the one where she's asleep with Tobin still on her shoulder. But that's gonna do it for this video. I have 2 more of these to record, and yeah. And with that being said, I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.